is a bit like taking a shower. The shower you took last week, last month, or last year is probably worn off by now. And Thrivers, that is why you've got to get out to our 2-day in-person workshop. It's a 2-day workshop where we're going to teach you specifically how to improve your skills so that you can get to where you want to go in your career. And so, Tim, we're talking about this next move that Stacy kind of laid out is you always have to be improving, but you have to take responsibility. Employers, you have to take responsibility, and employees, you have to take responsibility for where you are and where you want to be. So, Tim, I want to ask you this. If I'm listening right now and I'm saying to myself, well, because of the unique circumstances surrounding the way I was born and where I went to college and various things, I'm stuck in this job and that's just where I'm at. I don't have the ability to improve. What would you say?
I would say that you're imprisoned by your own viewpoint. You're imprisoned by your own words. And the world and you are a lot bigger than what you think you are.
Now, Stacey, I want to ask you this. If I'm listening right now and I'm an employer, okay, I own a business, and I feel like the majority of the resumes I'm getting have embellishments on them. They're maybe not accurate. Am I alone, my friend? Am I alone?
No, there was a survey that said 56% of hiring managers have caught candidates lying on their resumes.
I'm sorry. I thought you said 56 for a moment there. I was confused. I thought you'd said 56%.
More than half. More than half.
More than half, 56%.
So if I'm saying, oh my gosh, there's 56% of people are lying on their resumes, I can't just put my head in the sand and stop recruiting. What advice would you have for me?
Well, hire the top 10% of talent. Hire people that through your network, through reference checks. You have to work with an executive recruiting firm to get the top 10% of people and hire them away from your competitors.
Well, I don't know the top 10%, Stacy. I'm very busy. I have a lot going on. I don't have the time to find top talent, my friend. What am I going to do?
Well, it's by their track record. You look for people that have a proven track record of success. If you're hiring somebody, our search firm, we look for executives in the top 10% of talent, people and
that's really the idea, is calling you because you're doing all the research.
We're doing the research.
They don't take the time to do the research, but you are doing it, so you know who the top 10%
That's
are.
right. Just working in the market and I've interviewed thousands of executives over the last 20 years, and we have a interview process that we do, and a lot of the people that we find in place are through referrals from other people that have worked with them, that have spoken very highly of them and can tell us about their track record and their past performance.
Now, Tim, I have a little bit of a an awkward moment I want to share with Stacy. Hopefully, this will put Stacy on the spot here, but I sent in my my resume about 4 or 5 months ago. As a jingle writer, and one of her elite team members sent me an email back and said, could you send an example of one of the jingles that you've most recently written? And I said, yes, I will. And so I sent over an MP3 of the theme song that I wrote for Regent Bank. Regent Bank is one of our sponsors, and they've asked me to not write them a jingle. They've actually said, but I think it's kind of like...
We'll pay you not to write a jingle.
And I felt like there was a certain reverse psychology that was going on.
Yeah,
it was like people want what they can't have. So I was thinking they wanted to seem like they couldn't have it, so they would make me want to make it for them. It's very complicated. And so I spent all weekend with Dr. Z, and he and I recorded a song, and a lot of people have said it sounds so familiar. It's like I've heard it before. And I will sing it to you now, Thrivers. Here we go. This is the Regent Bank, completely unsolicited, new theme song and jingle. In the lobby of Regent Bank, oh Regent Bank, oh Regent Bank. See, Thrivers, this song is going to catch on. It's going to be huge. People all over Oklahoma love this song. Oh Regent Bank. And then I got an email back from Stacy that said, please stop sending that song, and we don't have any openings for you. Why did you say that? Why am I not qualified to be a jingle writer, Stacy?
I think she told you to join the Toastmasters too.
Stacy, why would you not? Why can't I be a jingle writer?
Well, actually, I kind of did like that jingle, Clay.
Oh, wow. Nice. That's great. See, that's great. It's starting to catch on there. So, Thrivers, here's the deal. You never know if you don't get in the game. Don't sit on the sidelines and let life just happen to you. You have 2 calls to action I encourage everybody to do right now. 1, get on over to Stacy's website. Stacy, what's your website?
thepurcellgroup.com with an S, THEPURSELL group.com.
Get on over to her website, and when you get to her website, you are going to find an incredible thing. It is called opportunities. If you're an employer, you're going to find potential employees. If you're an employee, you can find a potential job. And move number 2, go to Thrive Time Show and see what Tulsa's talking about. It is the Thrive Time Show, the very best business workshop in the history of the planet. It's going to change your life, change your wallet. I promise you, you will be happy. Go to thrivetimeshow.com, get the final 2 tickets.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrive Time Show.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the Thrive Time Show on your radio. My name is Clay Clark, and I am sent here to help you grow a successful business. Today, we're talking all about hiring people. We're talking about how to find a great job, how to hire great people to work at the great job that you can offer as an employer. This is a show for employees or employers, but I'm going to tell you one thing right now that we've got to get serious about this. We got to get serious. I hope I don't take the show in a super negative direction here. Every once in a while I go, why am I going so negative? But I want to be very real with you. You only live one time. I've been doing some research. I've been asking some people. I've been saying, have you ever met somebody who's lived, twice that you know of? And I met one guy over at Double Shot. We're opening our new Elephant in the Room over there at 17th in Boston this Saturday night. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're having another kind of a celebration, and we're doing some things. We had a grand opening there this past weekend, and I'm just telling you what, the business is growing. And there's a great coffee shop over there called Double Shot. And occasionally you'll meet some granolas over there. These are some people who wear basically clothes that they typically bought at like a thrift shop. They like to wear a lot of corduroy. They have a very long beard where they can hide tools in the beard. So like they might run around and do like, construction, but they can hide like a hammer in their beard. They can just tuck it in there and it's no big deal. And so I go into this place and I'm talking to these people. I said, have you guys ever met somebody who's lived twice? Have you ever met somebody? And everyone's like, no. And this one guy's going, bro, anything's possible, bro. Could you spot me on this latte though, bro? And I realized, so there's only one guy that I could find who's verified that people do come back and live multiple times. And I say that because this year I lost, my dad. My dad passed away of ALS. And if you're listening right now and you're a human, if you probably have lost somebody that you know at some point, right? And as a general rule, the people who die typically don't choose the day they're going to die. Most people don't look at a calendar and go, well, I tell you what, it's going to be a rough patch there on the calendar, so that right there is I'm going to end it right before that part. No, a lot of times we just die, and that's it. So what happens is with that, yes, there's, we talk about eternity, and that's a different show, but we're talking about on the planet Earth as we know it. So what happens is you and I wake up, and we have an option today. We can say, is today a gift? Because if it is a gift, then this is the day that the Lord has made. If you say, I don't believe in God, okay, fine. This is the day that a higher being made. I don't believe in a higher being. Fine, this is a day that I made myself. Whatever. The point is, this is the day, and you're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Or are you going to say, this is a day that the Lord has made, and I'm going to just silently be frustrated about it and complain about it and just be stuck? Because if you're stuck and you're unwilling to get unstuck, it's your fault. So here's the thing. Here's my challenge for you. If you're an employee and you feel stuck, get on over there to the Purcell Group website, check it out, and apply. Get on the phone with an executive recruiter and find something that's not soul-sucking. Find a job that you like. And if you're an employer and you can't find good people, get on over there to her website and find some good people. Now, if you want to start a business, get on over to our in-person Thrive Time workshop. We have 2 tickets left, and I don't know what you're doing. You need to get out here. We have a scholarship. It's financially affordable for everybody, but let's get serious. My dad passed away. Get
unstuck by taking action.
Absolutely. And I'm just telling you, my dad passed away this year, and you go, well, that's why you're so sensitive about it. No, okay. My best friend died when we were roommates in college. Well, that's why you're so sensitive. We all know people we've lost this year. Okay, we've lost some good people. We lost George Michael. I just recently stopped mourning the death of George Michael. It's been tough to just get motivated, Tim. So, Tim, I want to ask you, for someone who's listening right now who feels stuck in the game of life, you've coached a lot of people. Why? Why do people feel stuck? What's going on? What is the justifying behavior that allows someone to stay stuck for their entire life into something they don't like to do?
Well, they're believing something that is really an illusion. They're believing that what is temporary is permanent. They think that they're stuck as this attitude to believe that there's nothing they can do, nothing they can think, nothing they can develop into that's going to make a difference here. And that is nothing more than an illusion. And so when I talk about leadership, I talk about improving your looks, right? Not so much how you look in the mirror, although that may help, but how you look at what you're looking at. And so this is a land of opportunity, Clay, for entrepreneurs, for executives, with Stacy with us here. There's more opportunity today than there's ever been in the world at any time. This is the land of opportunity.
Stacy, if I'm listening right now and I say, well, the economy's been rough, there's no good jobs, what would you say? I mean, you recruit every day, my friend. What would you say to the listener who says, there's no good jobs out there?
There's plenty of jobs out there. There's plenty of opportunity out there. I mean, our firm has many openings right now.
You have many openings right now?
Many openings.
So if I'm listening right now, what kind of openings are you, what kind of jobs, or maybe what kind of niches do you specialize in? I mean, do you help the Russian government find cosmonauts? Is that sort of your niche, or what's your niche?
So we work in several industries: animal health and the veterinary and the pet products industry. We've moved into the nonprofit. We place people in sales and marketing, executive search, and we've done executive search in a variety of different industries. So the roles that we fill range from executive level positions, sales, marketing, research and development, for example.
Now, I've noticed a disturbing trend, Stacey, and I want you to be, this show's being transcribed, so I want you to be totally direct when I ask you this hard-hitting question, okay? The other day on the news, we discovered that there, 30 miles off of the coast of Connecticut, true story, there was a Russian spy ship. I don't know if you saw the news on there was a Russian spy ship off the coast of Connecticut, true story, 30 miles away. And then a U.S. Ship was buzzed by two Russian planes. And I asked you the question, are you staffing for the Russian government in the cosmonaut program? And you never really told me a yes or a no. So I want to know. I just noticed your business is booming. I noticed your business is growing, and so is the encroachment of the Russian government. So I just want to know. I mean, Trump's been elected. Your business is growing. The Russian government's coming in. What is your connection? What is your connection to the Russian government? Question one. And two, how long have you been recruiting for the Russian cosmonaut program?
I notice her eyes darting all around the room here. This is getting very uncomfortable in here.
So I can directly say I am not recruiting for the Russian government. And then the second question was, how long have you been? I have never recruited for the Russian government.
Well, I tell you what, it sounds pretty convincing, Thrivers, but I tell you what, if you are looking for a job to work directly for the Russian government, you might want to check out our website as well. But anyway, so Thrivers, we are talking about the next epiphany she has about recruitment. She's been doing this forever. She's been in the recruitment game for years, and this is the next epiphany she has. She says, hire high integrity people. And I think the word integrity is used all the time. We're in Tulsa, so it's like the Bible Belt. So it's kind of a move, in my opinion. In my opinion, it is a move where low integrity people in Tulsa love to call their business integrity, and high integrity people want to call it integrity. So if you're a low integrity guy in Tulsa, typically you'll put an ichthus on your working truck. And if you're a high integrity guy, you'll do it too. So it gets kind of confusing, because I've met some people who are the shadiest people in the whole world that have an ichthus on their truck. And I've also met some great people that have an ichthus on their truck. By the way, the ichthus is a shape of a fish that represents that you're a Christian. But the word integrity, what does that mean? Well, the word integrity means it is an undividable number. It's from the root word integer. Okay, so it's the state of being whole and undivided. It's being transparent all the time. We have a sign right here in front of me on the staircase for today's show. I'm going to read it to you, Thrivers. This is from Paul Graham, one of the billionaire entrepreneurs out there. He says, it's better to have 100 people love you than 1 million people that sort of like you. That's my mantra on this show. I'm real with you all the time. You don't like me or you do like me. Either way, I'm going to be real, because I don't care if you do not like me, and I do not care if you do like me. I am real, and I have integrity, because I am undivided. Now, we come back, Thrivers. We're going to talk about hiring people of integrity. Stay tuned. ThriveTimeShow.com.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the Thrive Time Show on your radio. My name is Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, sent here to make your financial problems disappear. You see what I just did right there? I'm telling you what, Thrivers, because here's the deal. Last year is still in the rearview mirror, okay? It's in the past. We're moving on. It's gone. It's past. But a lot of us are now carrying that